that's fatal.
Every year around this time, before the announcement of the next Wwe 2K, there's always some sort of leaker that comes out of nowhere and starts just piling on rumors and leaks right before we're gonna get an announcement anyways. And this year is no different. So we have a Twitter user right here called the leaker 031423 with the white rabbit as their profile picture just for added effect. And they came out dropping bombshells of leaks and rumors when it came to Wwe 2K23. Now, take all this with a grain of salt. I'm gonna just assume that 90% of this is fake and just for clout and just for attention. So here you go, Mr. Leaker. I'm gonna give you your attention. I'm gonna be covering all the leaks and rumors that the leaker is talking about on Twitter, and I'm gonna give my opinion on what I think is real and what I think is fake. And you all watching, go ahead and give your opinion in the comments on what you think is real, what do you think is fake, do you think this is all just bullshit, do you think it's all real? I personally think it's fake, and I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt. So let's get into the first one. The leaker starts off by saying, who wants some info related to Wwe 2K23? Now, by the way, they made their account literally this year, this month, December, they made their account all of a sudden. Right, December 2022, they joined. By December 19th, they started tuning out. Who wants to see some info relating to Wwe 2K23? Roster size, 206. Not including alternate models or 2K showcase unlockables. So the leaker is stating that the roster size on disc is 206, and there's also some alternate models that are 2K showcase unlockables. Now this right here is a pretty simple guess. In 2K22, we also had showcase unlockables. We always get showcase unlockables, so this statement is just sort of broad. It's like, yeah, no shit, we're gonna get 2K's showcase unlockables. The roster size being 206, sure, yeah, it's roughly that size, but it could just be a random bullshit guess as well. The next tweet says, 41 of the 206 superstars belong to NXT. So pretty self-explanatory, 41 of those 206 superstars are going to be from NXT. Which 41 superstars? Well, we don't know, and I'm sure they don't know either, but I'm sure they're going to say they know. The next tweet is a big one. Every superstar that participates in either of this year's Royal Rumble matches will be in 2K23 either on disc or as DLC. So anyone that pops up in the Women's Royal Rumble match, anyone who pops up in the Male's Royal Rumble match, will be in 2K23. So that includes the Forbidden Door entrant that we're supposed to get as well? Huh, Mr. Leaker? Huh, Mr. Leaker man? That also includes the Forbidden Door entrant we're rumored to get? Okay, sure. Sure, let's roll with it. I mean, I can see some of that being true, like when it comes to the legends that return for the Rumble, but every single superstar that participates in the Rumble, making it in 2K23, that right there I think is a huge stretch. But sure, Mr. Leaker man, whatever you say. The next tweet is, there are 4 cover superstars this year, 2 for the standard edition, 1 for the deluxe edition, and 1 for the special edition. Now, this right here is also just a really good guess. It has happened already with 2K22. We had Rey Mysterio on both the standard and deluxe, and then the special edition was the NWO edition. So this tweet seems pretty common, and it does seem like something that they will do. I really hope that for the special edition, we actually get a collector's edition, more akin to like the Wwe edition for 2K19, as well as the SmackDown edition for 2K20. I do enjoy having those physical collector editions, like the Ric Flair robe piece, the autograph from the SmackDown edition, piece of the ring from the SmackDown edition, the Legend ring. I do enjoy having the physical media, so I hope there is a collector edition. The next tweet says 6 DLC packs are planned, each with 6 additional DLC superstars. The first will be released on release day, and it is related to the deluxe edition and its cover star. So the leaker is stating that the day of release, the deluxe edition owners will already get a DLC pack immediately. The next tweet explains who the cover stars apparently are going to be. So we have 2K23 cover stars. For the standard edition, it's going to be Bianca Belair and Cody Rhodes. For the Feed Your Head Deluxe Edition, it's going to be Bray Wyatt, thus meaning the Deluxe Edition DLC pack is going to be Bray Wyatt related. And then finally, the Bloodline Special Edition will have Roman Reigns on it. Now looking at these cover stars, they do seem pretty realistic of what 2K would do, but also they seem a little too good to be true with what 2K would do. I mentioned it before, and hiding Bray Wyatt behind a Deluxe Edition DLC pack would probably cause an uproar because people expect Bray Wyatt to already be in the game. Unless it's like a Bray Wyatt pack that includes The Fiend, Funhouse Bray, and Bray Wyatt 18, then that would make more sense. But if it's like the only way to get Bray Wyatt, then I could see that causing a major uproar. This one here, I'm on the fence with. This one here seems pretty believable, but I'm also on the fence with it, and I'm taking it with a grain of salt still. Next up, the leaker mentions what the DLC pack is for the Feed Your Head DLC pack. It apparently includes Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse, Alexa Bliss, Firefly Funhouse, The Fiend Bray Wyatt, The Fiend Bray Wyatt 21, Uncle Howdy, and Sister Abigail. And then the Bloodline DLC pack includes a Roman Reigns 17, Solo Sikoa, Afa, Sika, Jey Uso 14, and Jimmy Uso 14. This right here just seems like a crock of bullshit, to be honest. You're gonna hide Solo Sikoa behind the DLC, and then when it comes to the Feed Your Head Bray Wyatt DLC pack, it's exactly as I guessed. It's just a bunch of different versions of Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss, indicating that Bray Wyatt 22 is gonna be in the base roster, but all the different Bray Wyatt gimmicks is gonna be tied to a DLC pack. I don't know about that, but I'm not surprised if 2K does that, to be honest. That does seem like something that 2K would do, giving us regular Bray Wyatt in the base game, and then locking all his gimmicks behind DLC for a deluxe edition. I do see them doing that. When it comes to the Bloodline DLC pack, I just don't see them locking Solo Sikoa behind a DLC wall. There will be a QR code in the first Wwe 2K23 teaser. So they're stating that when we get the first Wwe 2K23 teaser, probably our Rumble, keep an eye out for a QR code somewhere in that teaser. What is the QR code going to show? I don't know. Is the QR code even going to be there? I don't know. But this leaker apparently knows a lot. Okay, so let's keep it going. When it comes to the GM mode, there's going to be some new GMs. Adam Pearce, Eric Bischoff, Mick Foley, Paul Heyman, Shane McMahon, Shawn Michaels, Sonya Deville, Stephanie McMahon, Teddy Long, Triple H. The new GMs will have their own power cards. Eric Bischoff, Ratings Shakeup. Mick Foley, Have a Nice Day. Paul Heyman, To the Extreme. Shawn Michaels, The Showstopper. Teddy Long, 101. Triple H, Game Changer. All the brands that will be included: Raw 03, SmackDown 03, Raw 22, SmackDown 22, NXT, NXT 2.0, NXT 22, NXT UK, ECW, and WCW Monday Night Nitro. Now, I don't play GM mode, so for those who do play GM mode, how realistic do these tweets seem to you? When it comes to the new GMs, some of them seem realistic, and then some of them just seem like they're not going to be added into the game. Like Teddy Long, I don't know about that. Shane McMahon, maybe. Mick Foley as a GM, that makes kind of no sense. When it comes to the GMs having their own power cards, the titles of the power card do seem a little made up, where it seems like they just tried to pick something that was very common when it came to relating to that person. So like Eric Bischoff, Rating Shakeup, that's something totally what it would be called, you know? Mick Foley, Have a Nice Day. It's very common, it's literally his saying, so it's like, of course, they'd call it that. Teddy Long, 101, you know, 101 with The Undertaker. It just seems made up to the point where it's just trying to be relatable. But like I said, I don't play GM mode, so you let me know in the comment section down below, how realistic does this sound to you players that love GM mode? Moving on. The leaker states that the final WWE 2K23 on-disc roster count, including all alternate models, unlockables, and showcase, is 248. So the leaker is stating with everyone unlocked and all the DLC bought, you will have a roster of 248. The leaker also went on to state every single DLC superstar. Now here we go. Buckle in. Are you guys buckled in? You got your seatbelt buckled in? Let's go. We have Afa, Alexa Bliss, Firefly Funhouse version, Andre Chase, Bad Bunny, pre-order bonus, Blair Davenport, Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse version, Bray Wyatt, The Fiend version, Bray Wyatt, The Fiend Returns version, Brooks Jensen, Carlito, Dusty Rhodes, Emma, Eva Marie, Finley, Honky Tonk Man, Isla Dawn, Jey Uso 14, Jimmy Uso 14, Josh Briggs, Jushin Thunder Liger, Kurt Angle, Quincy Elliott, Rick Steiner, Roman Reigns 17, Scott Steiner, Sika, Sister Abigail, Solo Sikoa, Tajiri, Tori Wilson, Uncle Howdy, Victoria, Von Wagner, William Regal, Wolfgang, Zion Quinn, and Fallon Henley. Now going through this DLC list, some of this seems pretty realistic. I don't know about Uncle Howdy making it as DLC, possibly as like a final DLC pack. Eva Marie, isn't she like not with the company anymore? The Steiners, I could definitely see them making it in because of Braun Breaker. But a lot of people on this list just makes you go, huh? Possibly? You know, like Jushin Liger, he was supposed to be in 2K22, so I can see them adding him in 2K23 as DLC because they're like, oh shit, you know, you were supposed to have him in 2K22. Man, you guys let me know what you think of this list and who you see being very possible and who you see just definitely not making the cut. Dusty Rhodes making the cut, that would make sense with Cody Rhodes returning. You guys let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this DLC superstar list. There will be 120 creative superstar slots in Wwe 2K23. Creative video also gets a boost up to 50 slots. Dozens of new entrance motions have been added to create an entrance, but will remain the same as Wwe 2K23 to prevent clipping. 30 additional entrance themes have been added, as well as 30 new generic entrance videos. Players will be able to change the color of the lighting for preset entrance motions. Some entrance motions come with an alternate firework option. The templates in Create an Arena now include the arena template in the game. Now, reading all this, I hope all this is true. 120 Create a Superstar slots, we get 20 more than usual. I'll take it, it's better than 100. I still don't think it's a lot, but I'll take it over 100. Everything else seems like amazing bonuses for Create a Superstars, created entrances, just creating in general. So I really hope all of this is true, but again, just take it with a grain of salt. Also, there's no mention of the image limit. Is it still 1,000 images as the limit, or did they up that as well? If they're gonna up the Create a Superstar slots, they're gonna have to up the image limit, right? The next tweet is that the WWE 2K23 DLC, the Feed Your Head DLC pack, and the Bad Bunny pre-order will be available on release day. So on release day, you will get the Bray Wyatt pack for the deluxe edition, as well as the Bad Bunny pre-order. Now, it's not stated if the Feed Your Head DLC pack could be bought separately, or if it's only part of the deluxe edition. The Bloodline DLC pack will be released the following week, so the week after the Bloodline DLC pack comes out. The remaining 4 DLC packs will be released in May, July, September, and November, ahead of each of those months' PLEs. The Bloodline DLC pack will also include MyFaction exclusives, 2 additional arenas, and an exclusive Bloodline Championship. All DLC packs come with MyFaction cards. Okay, so that right there is just a given. Of course, they're probably going to come with MyFaction packs. MyFaction is here to stay. It's not just a one-off mode. They state that the Bloodline DLC pack is going to come with 2 MyFaction exclusives. Now, that shouldn't be a problem, because with the community creations, people like What's the Status or World's Finest or Witty could just upload those exclusives to the community creations. But the downside is, because those 2 exclusive characters are going to be tied to a DLC pack, they could risk getting their account banned for uploading those 2 exclusives to the community creations. So that could be 2K's way of preventing modders from uploading exclusive characters to the community creations by just tying them to a DLC pack instead of just a free MyFaction update. Next up is some universe mode news. PLEs can now be held on a day of the week and can include day 1 and day 2, so long as another show doesn't conflict. There is no longer a limit to how many PLEs in a month a show can have, so Raw and SmackDown can host 2 PLEs in a single month. For new match types, the leaker states that 2 returning match types, 1 new match type will be for all consoles and PC, 1 new match type for current gen consoles and PC only, and then 1 new match type will be patched in next summer. And then a Twitter user came in with their guess, and they think that the Inferno and Special Guest Referee will be a returning match, a Fight Pit will be a new match, War Games will be an exclusive, and then 10-man matches will be the summer edition. But that's just this Twitter user's guess. The leaker states, in Exhibition and Universe mode, the Money in the Bank ladder is listed as a separate match option, and players can choose between 6 or 8 superstars to compete. The traditional options for regular ladder matches also remain. The Elimination Chamber match in Exhibition and Universe mode can now host either 6, 7, or 8 superstars. When choosing the 6 or 8 superstar option, the match will start with 3 or 4 superstars in the ring already. That I could see definitely happening, upping the limit of the superstars in the ring by just using that workaround by having 3 or 4 already start in the ring. This year's 2K Showcase will feature another legend. 12 matches, all but one of the legends featured are on disc. So apparently there will be 1 legend in the showcase mode that would not be featured in the roster on the disc. So maybe a DLC edition. Also, who could the showcase star be? Maybe Undertaker, maybe Edge, or Randy? The leaker states that MyRise will feature matches with and cameos of talent who are signed but currently not on the active roster. They will be exclusive to MyRise. Now, I definitely could see that happening. I definitely could see MyRise exclusive cameos happening and they're not actually on the roster. But the good news about that is that modders like Status, World's Finest, etc. could take those models and put them on the community creations. So technically, whoever makes a cameo in MyRise will be uploaded to the community creations. So that right there I ain't too worried about. We will get those models eventually. The leaker then tweets out, it's so much larger than life with some coordinates, and if you put that in Google, it leads you to a TikTok of Uncle Howdy torturing LA Knight by a TikTok account called _comewithme. So this leaker is really trying to go all out. If this leaker is trying to deceive us, they are putting in effort. They are going all out when it comes to the riddles and hints. The leaker then tweets out a bunch of letters. When copied and pasted into Google, it leads you to the song called Run by Day of Fire, Cut and Move. The leaker then states that this photo right here is Summer Rae preparing for 2K23. When asked, do you know everyone's gear? If so, which one is Dana's? Thanks. The leaker states, the gold version. When asked, is Aaliyah in the game? The leaker says yes. When asked if Sasha and Naomi are in the game, the leaker said yes. I just feel like this leaker is throwing a bunch of shit at the wall, and whatever lands and sticks they talk about, in hopes that they get something right. So that was a lot to take in, I know. You let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this. I personally think it's like 90% bullshit. This happens every year. Some sort of leaker comes out of nowhere with all the information apparently that actual like insiders never get, but somehow a random Twitter user like this is the master leaker. I don't know about all that. You guys let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. His Twitter is in the description if you want to go through it yourself. If you're Canadian, enjoy your Boxing Day. And please do speculate in the comments. I will be reading the comments and wondering what you guys think about all this. Thanks for watching, guys. Fiddle Steven out, and remember, stay proper. Peace.